And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Michael Warbuck Show, where we talk pop culture news and other things that caught my attention. Happy Tuesday to you, and let's get on with the news. Our first story of the day has to do with Burger King. This Virginia grandmother and her daughter-in-law decided to go to a Burger King and go through the drive-thru. And after placing their order, they get their food, and then they look at their receipt, and at the top it says, "This customer is bitch-ass hoes." Needless to say, the customer complained. She went in and told the manager, and the manager didn't even offer a refund. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I guess we're gonna have to look into this." But what would possess a drive-thru person to even write this on a receipt? I don't care if it was a terrible Burger King prank or not. The Burger King Corporation is doing their investigation, and hopefully somebody's gonna get fired out of this. But there is that one little question about this image, and that is, could this be photoshopped and this whole story made up? But if the story is true, I feel terrible for the grandmother, especially because she was crying. But to sum it up, the grandmother says, yeah, they're never gonna be getting my business anymore, so I guess they could always go to Taco Bell now, because I hear they're serving breakfast all over soon. Ugh. Side note, why would anyone want to have Taco Bell for breakfast? Nothing says, let me start out my good day by having diarrhea. I guess you get to go home from work early, though. Makes sense. Next up, in some movie news, the brand new trailer for Godzilla has been released. This movie is going to be starring Bryan Cranston, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Elizabeth Olsen, and you're going to get the chance to see it in theaters. Also, there's a 3D option May 16th. But if you want to see the full trailer, it looks pretty awesome. That link is down below, along with everything else we're talking about today. And for our weird news story of the day, this was sent to me by one of you guys, and this comes from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. 26-year-old Travis Navarro walks into this house in the middle of the night, and I don't know why the front door was unlocked. So he walks in, then pisses himself, realizes what he did, takes off all of his clothes and throws it into the laundry basket. Thank you for being considerate. And then he leaves marijuana on their kitchen table, and while he was in the kitchen, he just decided to pee on one of the kitchen chairs. The family got awoken, came down and saw him, and pretty much nicely asked him to leave. The cops were called, and Travis was arrested and booked for burglary and possession. I could be wrong, but maybe Travis has a little bit of Floridian blood in him. He has to, with a story like that. And for our final and awesome story of the day, there are two guys from China that had Flappy Bird on their iPad. And these two decided to take a little bit of their spare time and create a robot that can actually play Flappy Bird. With a little bit of engineering and a webcam, this robot plays it very well. And even though you might be thinking that the robot would get like a high score of 9,000 and something, no, it actually messes up. I think the video shows him getting somewhere around 157. But the video is pretty freaking awesome, and again, whenever you see the robot mess up, you really don't feel as bad about your high score. Take the time and go check that out. All right, guys, that's going to be today's show. Don't forget to leave a comment on the question of the day, which is, what is your worst experience at a fast food restaurant? Let me know. Also, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to put it in your favorites. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And you guys have a great day. Stay awesome, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. We'll see you then, guys.